Before we get into this video, make sure you hit like, share my videos, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, make sure that your notifications are on and they're set to all. Now, let's get into this. But first, quick commercial break. Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, he done went ahead and read their card. He about to lightweight preach a sermon to us, a sermon at the NRA. Let's hear from him, y'all. And they can't call him a white nationalist.
You know, when I look at my grandchildren, I am also reminded of why I am a law-abiding, armed, patriotic American. I'm reminded of why I believe in the premise of our Second Amendment when I look at those babies. I'm reminded why our framers put it in our Constitution that in this nation, you are not the second responder, you are the first responder. And that you have an absolute duty and a right to stand up and protect your home from any enemy, foreign or domestic. I am here today, much to the chagrin of many of the leftists back home in my state, who thought I should cower and stay home and not come here and continue to protect that right for those law-abiding citizens back home in North Carolina and for the law-abiding citizens of this nation.
Well. That man needs an organist. That's what he needs.
Because here it is. Everybody says, what do we do? What do we do? How do we stop this? What do we do?
Come on now.
The answer is not simple, but there is a simple starting point. And here it is. Secure our schools. Stop waffling and wavering and acting confused that you don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah, see, because the Democrats play dumb. This man provided the first simplistic, rational decision. Y'all want to go after the folks who had nothing to do with this. That's not suspicious at all, is it? Is it? Instead of going straight to the source of the problem, because they don't want to solve the problem. They need that problem just in case this doesn't go right. Yeah, we hope that another one happened real soon so we can get right back up there and blame you guys for it. Until we scare y'all, bully you, demonize you into saying, fine, just take all the guns. That's what they want. Because if they really was trying to solve it, they wouldn't be spending money for gender studies over in Pakistan. They wouldn't be sending $400 billion to this country that we ain't got nothing to do with. They wouldn't be doing that. They would be saying, let's invest in making sure every one of these schools are secure. That's what they would be doing. And if you ever want to know what their real heart is like, all you got to do is just put it in a hypothetical. If they knew that their kid went to a school that could potentially be a school that is a victim of that, they would have all kind of security at that room. They wouldn't even send their kid to a school that might not have a resource officer, might not have a metal detector, might not have people on that campus or whatever to be able to stop something like that. They wouldn't send their kids there. No. Yeah, see, but yet they want everybody else to do it. And then for whatever reason, they just bunny hop over the first rational reaction to this. Secure the schools. That's later. We ain't got nothing to do with that. What we really want is the guns of all these citizens that have nothing to do with this type of stuff.
You have defunded the police, derided the police, and you have left our schools as soft targets. And you continue to do so. And as such, we need to defend and secure our schools. We need to make as much of an investment in securing our children as we do our airports. We need to make as much of an investment in securing our children as we do our banks and our money. And hear me when I say this, leftist politicians in Washington, D.C. We need to make as much of an investment protecting our children as the American people do in protecting you.
Shama, he got my side. There, coming on the Honda. I almost started speaking in some tongues. That guy right there just hit him right in their heart. Nasty Pelosi threw those gates up so quick when she felt that the Capitol was at risk. Well, she didn't. She knew the Capitol wasn't at risk. That was just for shock value. Yeah. See, at that moment, fences weren't racist anymore. No. At that moment, using our military for personal use was not a problem anymore. And she also made sure she got one of those nice, big old, beautiful fences up around her house, or should I say mansion. All of them. How about that one chick that one of the squad members, I forget her raggedy name, the one that wanted to defund the police, but then when it comes down to her personal security, she was spending like a ridiculous amount a month. And when they called her out on it, her response is, I'm important.
The thing, I won't let them get that off. You can't get that off. I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend $10 more on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police and put that money into social safety nets.
I've been put here for work, and God ain't going, and if I have to spend $1 trillion, I will. Who do you think you are? Finish them, Mark.
You spare no expense buying every weapon known to man, buying every metal detector known to man, every modern convenience. You have it at your disposal to protect you behind the walls that you live in. But you are bound and determined to leave our children defenseless. And now you are bound and determined to leave the law-abiding patriotic citizens of this nation unarmed.
There you go. What? So let me get this straight. Your lives are important, right? Okay. But not the kids that y'all love. See, and here, Eric Fort, well, what are you here for? The kids are the killers. Easy fix. Just like all of the problems that these Democrats create, they can be fixed. Easy fixes. But no, why should we do the obvious? Why would we fix a problem that we created? See, yeah, we did that. Easy fix. Throw up a wall. Shut down illegal immigration. But forget that mess. That's too easy. That's too simplistic. So what we're going to do is tell you something that sounds crazier than the ideal of putting up the wall, which is that wall is racist. What? The wall's racist? Yes. Yes, it's racist. Well, how's that wall racist? Because it's racist. Trust me. When you look at that wall, that represents white supremacy and white nationalism. Oh, okay. I didn't see it at first. I just thought it was a wall that would like keep people from coming in and stuff. My bad. It must be racist then. They give you the dumbest reasons why not to solve the problem. And yet people don't see that?
And defenseless. Well, I'm here to tell you right now. Get your pencils out, lick them, and get ready to write this down. It is not going to happen. We are not going to go off into that good night without standing up for our rights. It's time for the law-abiding American patriot in this nation to stand up and say, hell no, we will not go, and you will not take them, and we will continue to stand strong for what we know is right.
I decided to take a stand, not knowing I lose my best friends. But I'd rather live right than in hell to lift up my eyes. And all of God's children just stand. Come on, y'all. Stand. And tell somebody, say you stand. Oh, Lordy. That's right.
We will protect ourselves, we will protect our children, and we will protect the freedoms that God has given us and that has been enshrined in our Constitution. We will not lay down. You hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and any other leftist, communist, Marxists out there. What I need for you to do is...
Wait a minute. The church break. One leg. Yeah, that's the one leg hop. See, that's like in the church where they be shouting and getting excited. And then they, like in the sanctified church, shouting don't mean screaming. It means dancing. And then you got to get on that one leg. Things like that. Yeah. You doing this, but you don't have no Tourette's. You ain't having no seizure. None of that. But you doing a whole bunch of that. Yeah. Stuff you're tasting ain't even in your mouth. All of that. And then when you really feel it, take a lap for no reason, nobody chasing you. Just take off running around the church. And the crazy part is other adults might just jump in and start running with you. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Love it. It's crazy in a good way. And then when you really want to land that Boeing 747, you fall out right there in the front of the altar. Let people come and fan you. Put a sheet over you. That's right. That's church. That's having some church. This right here, this man's talking, making me get real excited. Let's continue.
Do this. I need for you to take these two fingers, stick them in your ears, and clean the stuff out of them.
Oh, Oh God, what is this? Vodka. Oh, I really have to cut back, nasty, when vodka is coming out of your ears. Interesting. Get that wax out your ears, Democrats. And I love the fact that this man called him out by name.
And hear us all as we say in unison, shall not be infringed, will not be infringed. We will not allow you to strip us of our rights so that you can bring us to our knees.
There it is.
Because we know what your machinations are.
Ooh, here comes the dismount. The dismount is going to be beautiful, okay? Right now, he's just going through an amazing routine level of difficulty off the chain. Now he's about to stick the landing. He said, we know what your imaginations are. See, that is how I see the Democrat Party in some rhino. That is why I'm able to see their end game. Because I'm looking and saying, your imaginations, your passions, your goals are evil in intent. Therefore, they can't be what you're telling me it is. It cannot be we're trying to solve this and save kids' lives. When you have a wicked imagination.
See, we've seen this movie before. We've seen it.
What was it? What was it?
We saw it in a place called Russia.
Russia?
We saw it in a place called Germany.
Germany?
We saw it in a place called China. We saw it in a place called Cambodia and Vietnam. And we saw it most recently in a place called Venezuela.
And we also are seeing it in a place called Canada. We're also seeing it in a place called Australia. And now they're trying to make us see it in the United States.
When the people are disarmed and the government have all the guns and all the power, they always become despotic. Not in this nation.
Because these dummies who's trying to disarm us, I know that humans will be corrupted if they're tempted beyond the level of temptation that they can bear. If you remove any bumper rails for these Democrats in regards to their power, you don't think they would go zigzagging down that lane? They would be all over the place. They would be in your crib. They'd be in them classrooms. They would be all over the place. That's why I know that they can't handle that type of power. The checks and balances are all of these right there. That balances it out.
You will not tap dance on the graves of these children to disarm the people of this nation.
You, Eric Fartwell, as this dude is up there on the graves, well, you want to see kids buried in superhero caskets, while his butt is on top of that casket like, hello, my baby, hello, my darling, hello, my ragtop. He's tap dancing all over those kids' graves as he gets out there and he says stupid stuff like he just said, along with others like Beto O'Rourke.
In fact, if you put as much energy into doing that as you do with that political tap dance, into securing their schools and shoring them up and stop making excuses, Mike could make a dent on this. So guys, here's what I'm going to leave with you today.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't be afraid. When the newspaper asked me before I left home, was I coming to the NRA convention? My answer was yes.
Yes, I am.
And the reason why I was going was to defend the rights of law-abiding citizens in my state and across this nation. Because guys, it's time for us to stand up and push back. The lies that have been told and continue to be told are not only threatening to strip our rights away from us, they are literally causing life to be lost on the streets.
Man, this dude made me break out my man hat of the week. He gets that award. Finish him off, Mark.
See, down in Uvalde, Beto O'Rourke didn't care about those children. He was willing to spit in their faces for political purposes.
Yep.
The news media stands silent. When children are killed in Chicago at genocidal rates, they stand silent. As soon as they see a chance.
Man, this dude's getting them. You know what? This right here, he is sweeping them all up. Every swampy, nasty, dirty, stinking element that's out here exploiting this stuff with evil intentions, he's all over it. He ain't leaving nobody. You see, you know what? Let me go ahead and deal with Nancy in them first. Then I'm going to work my way down to some of these lower class ones like Beto. And then just in case y'all thought I forgot, media, you too.
Soon as they see a chance, take a shot at their political enemies. They're Johnny on the spot. They're right there ready to do it.
Like buzzards.
Well, we need to be bold. We need to stand up because on this side, we have the solutions. And it's time for us to start pushing those solutions. And it starts with protecting our children and our schools.
That's where it starts.
Time for messing around is over, folks.
Playtime's over.
And the time for blaming law-abiding citizens should have never begun. It's time to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. And it's time to look towards those ineffective elected officials who refuse to move and do the right thing, but instead take the easy way out.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Don't be looking at law-abiding citizens. Look at the shooter. Look at your Democrat policies. Look at that. You know, if you guys supported the Second Amendment, I don't know about you, but what balances things out is when people have equal level of power. Meaning this, hey dude, I don't want to die. You got a gun and I got a gun. I'm less likely to run up on you and start to shooting and acting a fool if there's a threat. But if you put all of the power in the hands of just the evil folks and they don't have a counterbalance, you don't think they will run all over us? Don't believe me? Look at these cities where they have kind of downplayed robbing. Do you think these people with evil intent are going to self-regulate their behavior if there's no counterbalance? If there's no consequence? They've stopped trying to even be sneaky in regards to robbing. They are taking advantage of the powerless. And these Democrats want to make us powerless. So people are always going to say, well, if you ain't got nothing to defend yourself with, then shut up. I'm the one holding the gun. That is the dumbest thing ever for folks in America to sit back and think we should give up our weapons to the government, the police, and the dang on military. And don't forget the criminals, while it leaves the masses powerless. You think that'll work? Can you imagine how the world would be if only, say, North Korea had nuclear weapons? You think they would be back, yeah, you know what, we don't want to push people too far. We don't want to go in. They would rule the whole globe like a dictator. And guess what? So would we probably. What keeps us from doing certain things that our wicked leaders might do is the fact that, wait a minute, does this country have nuclear weapons or not? Okay, that's one of the ones that get, okay, you know what? Let's negotiate. But if you didn't have that, it's too much power for one country to have. Same thing. The government should never have all of the power, and then they remove anything from the people to resist it. And that's what these Democrats are after. And if they can't get it one way, they're going to try to get it another way by sitting back talking about it's an epidemic. Just in case a legislation don't pass, and maybe we got some backup plans with the WHO. Who knows? Who knows where this can go? And with them, as evil as they are, I put nothing past them. Sky's the limit. So God bless y'all. God bless America. Woo-wee. We in a dogfight. If y'all ain't seen the movie Top Gun, do it. Oh, yeah, it's a reason why liberals hate that. Because it represents the best of America. It's a good one, y'all. Check it out, man. Yeah, that Tom Cruise, he came through on this one. He came through. Made me feel like, God bless America. Yeah. My home, sweet home. Thank you. I'll be playing her all week. It's a serious subject. I had to touch on it, man. Jeez, this is crazy. And they're trying to do this quick, y'all. This must get blocked. This is one of those lines in the sand for us as citizens. Period. Line in the sand. This is a make or break you. If they do this and they now start going, register your stuff. We want to know how many you got, where you're keeping it. You're going to have to buy insurance for it. If they do that, that's the line in the sand. God bless you. God bless America. Don't forget to hit that like button, share my videos, find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. And please check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, please click on the link below this video. Put Kevin in a promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. If you'd like to donate to Kevin's Corner, feel free. The links are below this video. If you want to be a part of my $2 a month club, also feel free to do that. All it entails is you simply dropping $2 a month into one of those links below the video. Or if you want, you can drop a nice big fat lump sum in there to offset the stuff that we know goes on with big tech. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure that you are still subscribed. And finally, set your notification button to all, because YouTube is playing games, y'all. Now, God bless you. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.